If you've noticed your student falling a bit behind, especially when it comes to math, well, here's an idea to help. I chatted with Laura Overdeck. She is founder and president of Bedtime Math Foundation.
Well, Laura, it's a true pleasure to talk to you this morning because I am a parent and I understand how important math is. So let's start with that. What was it that inspired you to start a foundation that focuses on math, the learning skills, and just math skills in general?
Well, we've had a long running situation in our country where a lot of adults and kids are really not comfortable with math. We see this. Restaurants now calculate the tip for us. And, that's actually a fourth grade math skill. The reality is, we all graduate from elementary school. We're all able to do this. There's just a big cultural mental block against it. And we need to give that a shove.
I think you're absolutely right when you say a mental block. Are we just wired to immediately think, oh my God, math, this is going to be hard? I find myself doing that sometimes when my seventh grader asks me for help on her homework. How long has the Bedtime Math Foundation been working, not just to help the students, but we've got to involve the parents here?
Right. Well, I founded Bedtime Math 10 years ago, and it really is to do for math what we have with the bedtime story. Everybody knows to read a book and knows that that's cute and cuddly, and it's a time-honored tradition. But when are we cute and cuddly about math or fun about math? So we are not born wired to be afraid of math. Kids love math. We have to keep that going. So the idea behind Bedtime Math is just to do quick, funny math problems at night with your kids, the way you would do a bedtime story. And research has shown that that moves kids ahead 3 extra months in their math skills in just one school year, which is huge.
I got to remember to do that, somehow bring numbers and the fascination of math into something creative, especially when they're going to bed at night, when you've got that time. Okay,
Right.
the pandemic, and we heard this everywhere, it really put a dent in the education department for the kiddos. But can you share some statistics so we can get a real look at what is really happening here?
Sure. Well, right now, nationwide, kids are behind by 5 months in their math skills, which is, a half grade level or more. The problem is, if you survey parents, most parents, 80% of them think their child is on track. So there's obviously a real awareness gap there.
Yeah.
And with Be Part of the Equation, part of the campaign is to help parents figure out for themselves where their child is with their math skills and then ways to get them back on track.
Yeah, again, very valid points here because as parents, you're right, we're the ones that need to push for that and just tee up our kids to be better at math. All right, how can the Bedtime Math Foundation help? And are you encouraging parents to talk about math with those kiddos? And what's a good way to do that?
Well, what we're doing is directing everybody to bepartoftheequation.org. And there are several levels of resources for any comfort level. So the parent who wants to just dip a toe and start talking to their kid about math in a different way, all the way to talking to your school. So one of our favorite first ones is these 10-second math checkups. They're easy questions you can just throw into casual conversation with your child, but secretly it's showing you whether they have a skill. So one might be, grandma is 68 years old. When was she born? Kids love to wrestle with that, but it's showing you whether your child can do 4-digit subtraction, which is a key skill.
Wow. Okay. What kind of improvements have you seen when parents start utilizing the tools and resources through the program, through the foundation? I'm sure there is so many benefits to that.
Yes, well, with bedtime math, as well as other research that's been done, it's shown that when you start doing this with your child, the impact is great because it changes how you talk about math all other times of day. It changes the conversation in the household to have math be something that is playful and cool, and better yet, something you use in real life. One thing that doesn't happen in school enough, and this has been shown in Gallup polls of students, is that they don't think it matters for real life. Math is critical for real life. I mean, this is how you know whether a warranty is a ripoff or the annual subscription to Netflix is a better deal than the monthly. We do this all the time, right?
Yeah.
And you want your kids to be as nimble on their feet as adults as you are.
Right.
That's important.
Great advice this morning. Good reminder for all of us parents. Thank you so much for your time today.
Great. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Parents, you can be a part of the equation and work to improve your child's math skills through the tools available to you through the Bedtime Math Foundation. Learn more at bedtimemathfoundation.org.